Imagine your hand, the one that you are sketching with. In my case, it's the left hand. Imagine it has its own brain. It knows exactly what to do when it comes to sketching creative ideas. And you might be ruining it by interfering with your hand. Like your hand is trying to do something and you are talking to it, so you are making your own sketches in a worse way than it could be. It might sound a bit weird, but let me explain. A couple months ago, around 3.5 months ago, I started learning tennis, and it is more complicated than how it looks on the phone, on the TV, whatever. Like, I was not much interested in tennis, but when I get into it, I see how many things happening there. There's a lot of techniques to learn. It is way more complicated than how it looks like. And also there's a mental side of the game. Recently I joined to a tournament for beginners and I did around 4 matches and I lost them all. And I realized that during the match I get kind of more stressed and I'm kind of losing the flow and I get too tense. And basically I play worse than the practice. That's why I started reading this book, The Inner Game of Tennis. And many recommend this book not only for tennis but also for many things in life. And I realized it's highly connected to creative sketching as well. So in the book, the author mentions about 2 selves. Basically, you have self 1 and self 2 in you. Self 1 is the conscious brain. So basically, it's the one telling you, oh, the proportions are wrong. Oh, this sketch looks boring. Be careful about the perspective. How did you forget to draw the wheels? It looks off. This doesn't look like the sketch for the correct brand. This idea sucks. Your line weight is horrible. Just another bad sketch. Or, it might be trying to be, okay, this is maybe too negative. You might be a little bit more positive. You might be then just be too careful. Like, okay, let's start with the perspective lines. Remember, these are the proportions you have to follow exactly. Remember, you need to do this and that. Remember, you might be maybe constantly reminding yourself or just being negative self-critic, which we all as creatives, all designers, we have a little bit of self-criticism, maybe a bit more than a little bit. And some of us are perfectionism, maybe not every day, but sometimes all these things are like pressure. And when you get all this pressure, you start to be very tense. You start to be like, you try to not make errors. And it makes you more stiff, your hand more stiff, your muscles more stiff, and basically your sketches are getting worse. Self 2, on the other hand, is in tennis, for example, it's your body. It's your muscle memory, or it's whole your body, because it has its own way to do things. Like there was a very nice part of the book was saying when a tennis ball coming towards you and you need to hit it with the racket, self 1 can only say, oh, the ball is coming. You need to be careful, open your hand like this. Like you can say a couple of things, but your body, the self 2, calculates with your eyes how fast is the ball coming. Your hands are your arms using tens of muscles, the nervous system, the tendons, everything is like working together to hit the ball in the correct speed to throw it on the other side. While you are still breathing, your heart is still beating, like your body is way more capable than you think. So on the tennis, it really is it was a very nice part of the book. It's a great example. So then you realize, yeah, my body is capable of doing all these things. And I'm just saying, oh, put your hand a little bit more higher. So there's this theory and the reality part, like self 1 and self 2. So on the sketching also, if you're a complete beginner, like if you never sketched a card before or you don't know anything about it yet, you are a complete beginner, then of course you need to learn some certain rules first. And by the way, in this case, that's why I have my card design sketching essentials course for complete beginners that you can find on my website, berkaplan.com. This way you're gonna learn the correct perspective, proportions, line weight, line quality, and everything will come together with the practice files that you will understand how to sketch cars. But after that, after you learn those theories and after you practice, maybe after hundreds of sketches, thousands of sketches, you already know how to put a car together. So after this point, when you start to be self-critic, you are kind of hurting yourself. Not always, but when you try to be creative, I want you to do this practice. Just take the papers, take the pen, turn off everything else, including your self 1, the thinking brain, and let your hand sketch. Don't think. It's difficult. It sounds easy maybe, but also in tennis, it's more difficult than how it looks, how it sounds. Just observe your hand. Don't interfere. Don't say, oh, you suck, or oh, you're great. Whoa. Also, not do it in a very positive way or negative way. Just be no judgmental. Just watch. It's doing okay. One sketch, done. Doesn't matter good or bad. The next page, continue sketching. The next page, continue sketching. And this is the way to get into this flow, get into this zone. I hope you experienced it before. I mean, if you are doing something creative like car design, I think you already experienced. But if you are new to car design, you will understand what is it. It's basically you shut up everything else, including self one. You don't think about the time, you don't think about what's happening, and you just focus on doing the thing. The ideas are floating, the sketches are everywhere. It doesn't mean they all are great sketches or masterpieces. It doesn't have to be. The creative process requires also the bad sketches. Sometimes it will be wrong, sometimes the perspective will be wrong, proportions will be wrong, doesn't matter. Just observe and keep on sketching. And just trust the process. Because if you did already hundreds or thousands of sketches, subconsciously you know how to do that and you can get into this creative. Because when the self one start interfering, like starts, oh, okay, this sketch was bad, the next one should be good. Oh, okay, the person, you got the idea. When it starts happening, you start to be stiff. Your muscles start to be stiff. Also on tennis, you shouldn't be stiff. It's a sport that you need to be relaxed. And on sketching, to be creative, or in regular sketching, I think you need to be also relaxed because it will be visible on your lines, on your sketch itself. So this interesting concept from this tennis book, I think fits to car design and many other things in life. Actually, we have this self one and self two. So finding the balance in between is very important. So do this practice next time before you sketch. Try to relax, try to not judge yourself, and just watch your hand doing the job for you. If it doesn't work on the first time, don't feel like, oh, okay, this is a stupid thing to do. It doesn't work. I will go back to how I do. I mean, try, experiment, be open-minded. Do it again and again and again. And I'm sure there will be some creative outputs from this exercise. All right, my friend, if you like this video, show it also on the like button. I don't even know if it's still something they do on YouTube anymore, but if you are new to the channel and if you want to see more car design content, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.